Hey guys, Quick here. Today I'm going to attempt to answer a very tough question. Why do we play video games? Of course people will jump to the quick answer. They're fun, engaging, and all that, but what makes them fun and engaging in the first place? I'm going to dive into some psychology principles to answer these questions, and hopefully you'll understand what makes games fun and why we play them in the first place by the end of this video. Also, just a reminder, if you enjoy these videos I make about gaming, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, Quick Pops, for more content like this. And without further ado, let's get started. So recently, I took a quick 30-minute course on Skillshare titled The Psychology of Player Experience, Game Design Fundamentals by JohneAwesome. I highly recommend this course for people interested in games, game design, games user research, anything like that. The course teaches the psychology behind game design, but it starts off with the question, why do we play games? Wacom states that there are 3 principles that psychologists have concluded that make games fun. Those are competency, relatedness, and autonomy. He states a game should have at least one, if not more, of these principles to make a game engaging for the player. Today, I'm going to explore a few games and explore how they excel in these areas to make these games fun and keep the player engrossed throughout their time playing. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild is a fantastic and fascinating experience for new and returning Zelda fans, and I think this game includes most of the 3 principles stated earlier. First of all, Breath of the Wild starts you off with no weapons and hardly any gear for you to defend yourself with. But as you gain experience and defeat more and more enemies, you take these enemy weapons for yourself and find armor littered around the world of Hyrule. This makes the battles harder, and they require a bit more thought and planning before rushing in headfirst. The more you practice, the more competent you get, and the better you are at the game. Wacom states that we as players like to feel good at something, and mastering a situation and progressing forward triggers key regions of the brain that make us feel rewarded for our accomplishments. There are many ways to take down enemy camps in Breath of the Wild, like shooting your fire or bomb arrows at explosive barrels, using your magnesis and stasis runes on metal and large objects in battle, and even knocking down a bee's nest to send a swarm of bees and hornets at your target. Discovering these things rewards the player and makes them feel like they're good at the game. When it comes to autonomy, Breath of the Wild is the gold standard in gaming. Wacom states that games appeal to the human desire for independence and are a safe place to take risks. And Breath of the Wild is a shining example of this. This is the first real open-world Legend of Zelda game, and offers the player a multitude of ways to interact with the world presented to them. This is seen in the 120 shrines found in the overworld. Inside these shrines, you have to either solve puzzles or fight enemies, but you can solve these tasks however you want. There are no hard rules as to how you must do these things like in previous entries in the series. And this is thanks to the well-refined physics present in the game that allow you to do a lot of crazy maneuvering around these shrines. Also, since the game is an open world one, you can choose to complete the story in whichever order you want. There are 4 divine beasts you have to tackle and conquer, and any can be started off with first, and any can be ended with last. Of course, the easy ones will reward the player with a more streamlined experience, but if you choose to go for the hard ones and have the necessary gear and equipment, you can do so. Persona 4 Golden. I discovered Persona 4 Golden on Steam last year and was engrossed throughout the entirety of the game. Where this game excels is in relatedness. Wacom describes relatedness as relationships made interpersonally with other players, mostly experienced in multiplayer games, and relationships made empathetically with in-game characters as well. Persona 4 Golden excels at the latter, allowing you to level up social links with your different party members and the other residents of the small town of Inaba. You, as the protagonist, form lasting relationships with these people and help them through some very tough circumstances. What makes these relationships so meaningful is that you're living in a small town and most people know each other, but the bonds you make with these people will last you throughout your entire time there and even beyond. Plus, these aren't just cookie-cutter character archetypes. These are real people you can meet in real life, with goals, ambitions, dreams, fears, likes, and dislikes just like us. These social links are one of the primary reasons I always would return to the game. Persona 4 Golden incorporates a lot of autonomy as well. In your downtime, on days you're not exploring the TV world or solving the murder mystery of Inaba, you can choose whatever you want to do. Hang out with your friends, work on a part-time job, eat out at a restaurant, study, or do anything else you want to do with your time. These all help you grow in the game and help elevate your various stats. No one player will play this game like another, and the options available to you allow you to play the way you want to play. Bloodborne. Bloodborne was a game that I was scared of yet intrigued by. The high difficulty level and the multitude of mechanics that you must learn had me a bit intimidated. And it was my first Souls game ever, so that added to my apprehension. When I started, I was doing pretty terribly, but as the days went on, I slowly got better and eventually beat some really tough bosses. The more someone plays Bloodborne, the more competent they feel, as they understand the mechanics of dodging, parrying, and the other different types of moves they can pull off with a specific weapon. This is a truly rewarding feeling for players and is a staple in the Souls series, as smart playing rewards the player with feeling gratification and joy when overcoming a difficult section in the game. Bloodborne incorporates relatedness to its gameplay as well. In the game, players can leave notes behind for other players to find if they're playing the game online. And once a player finds a note, they can rate it as fine or foul, depending on if the note helps them or is a hindrance to their experience. This brings the Bloodborne community together and allows each player to provide help to others in the difficult and widely uncertain world of Gehrman. Additionally, Bloodborne supports PvP, which is player versus player. This is when two players end up in the same world as each other and can fight each other. Bloodborne is still to this day a large PvP community game, and players tailor their stats and experience gained throughout their journey solely to PvP in second playthroughs of the game. It's another amazing way in which this game builds a solid community of like-minded gamers. Video games have been around for many decades and have broken boundaries and set off revolutions in the entertainment industry. But none of this could have been done if not for the understanding of the psychology behind playing games. Competency, autonomy, and relatedness all work in tandem to create an enjoyable, engaging, and memorable gaming experience. This not only goes for video games, but all games in general, like tabletop games, board games, even simple games you play on long car rides to keep you from being bored. We as people love to be entertained, and it's great to understand the psychology behind all of this. And with that brings this video to a close. So, what did you think? Have you noticed these three psychological factors in video games? What do you think makes a video game fun? And why do you think we play video games? Sound off in the comment section below. And if you like this video, give it a like. And if you enjoy the content on this channel, be sure to subscribe to my channel, Niche Quick Pops, for more content about gaming, analysis, and user experience. This is Niche Quick signing off. Have a great day.